once said that he dreams of a day when his 4 little children wouldn't be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Affirmative action is still needed in the United States because it helps integrate and spread tolerance of women and minorities. It helps places of work and education benefit from the diverse community of this country, and it gives disadvantaged students more educational and occupational opportunities. First, let's discuss what affirmative action is and how it integrates and spreads tolerance of women and minorities. Affirmative action was first used in 1961 and is a specific policy or action that's in favor of those who've suffered from discrimination before. For example, a scholarship program recruiting 10 students, 2 of those students would have to be women and 1 would have to be one of the minorities. According to page 163 of Government in America, People, Politics and Policy by G.C. Edwards et al., it aims to defeat effects of past discrimination by so that different groups have the same success rate at obtaining good jobs. For decades, African Americans were deemed unequipped for any field of work outside of running or manual labor, and for centuries, women were restricted to the belief that their only positions were in tending to their families and housework. Affirmative action has been a large factor in breaking these stereotypes and showing an African American's and a woman's ability to succeed in school and become high-in-demand professionals. According to a 2012 report from the National Center for Education Statistics from 1976 to 2010, the percentage of Hispanics enrolled in college rose by 10%. For Asians and Pacific Islanders, it rose by 4%, and for Black students, it rose by 5%. Now, of course, with the integration of more minorities and women comes more diversity. Let's see how affirmative action helps places of work and education benefit from the diverse community of this country. According to a 2013 article written by journalist Kay Green et al., 2 longitudinal studies showed that students who interacted with racially and ethnically diverse peers, both informally and in the classroom, showed the greatest engagement in active thinking and growth in intellectual and academic skills. According to the same source, diversity also prepares a productive workforce by reducing lawsuits and raising marketing opportunities, recruitment, creativity, and business image. Also, according to a 2010 article by journalists Fine and Handelsman, a national longitudinal study showed that policies fostering diversity in the campus community helped students' cognitive development, satisfaction with the college experience, and leadership abilities. So now that we've seen how affirmative action integrates women and minorities and helps people benefit from the diverse community of this country, now we can discover how it gives disadvantaged students more educational and occupational opportunities. Sonia Sotomayor is the first ever Hispanic and 3rd female associate Supreme Court judge, who, although she didn't have the best test scores, she had help from affirmative action to bring her to Princeton, and she proved herself worthy of being there once she got there. Also, according to a 2012 article by journalist P. Barber, the employment rate for college graduates with disabilities is 50.6%. There are also more minorities and women accumulating degrees. According to a 2010 report by journalist C. Sanchez, from 2008 to 2009, women were awarded 50% of all PhDs. And according to a 2012 report from the National Center for Education Statistics, from 1999 to 2000 to 2009 and 2010, the number of doctorate degrees awarded increased by 60% for Hispanic students and by 47% for Black students. To conclude, Dr. King once said that he dreams of a day when his children would be judged by the content of the character rather than their skin color. For several years, the disabled, women, and minorities were denied work and adequate education due to their physical attributes. When affirmative action was implemented during the Kennedy administration, it was the start of a new world of opportunities for people who had been put down for ages. Through the increasingly positive results affirmative action reaps, as we've seen today, Dr. King's dream and many others of achieving greatness without being stigmatized by the traits that genetics has bonded them to, they're finally coming true. With all of the information I've given, it's much easier for us to see why affirmative action is still needed in the United States. It integrates, it helps people benefit from the United States' diverse community, and it opens doors for more disadvantaged students. After all, if this really is the land of opportunity free for all, as America has been claimed to be, then everyone should have an equal amount of success at obtaining all that this land has to offer. As we've seen today, affirmative action really does have the potency to fulfill the American dream for anybody. Thank you and good night.